Sophia Golden. Hi, I'm Clementine Padu. And for our communities project, we decided on doing MSF Doctors Without Borders.
Our global context is identities and relationships.
And this is because we wanted to explore physical, mental, social, and spiritual health of the people.
Yeah, because MSF really cares about the health of people in need, such as if they have Ebola, malaria, or anything like that. They will help them in whatever condition they are.
MSF doesn't take in your background, your race, or your religion. So this is why it's one of the best organizations that fights for medical conditions.
Our ATLs are mine is reflection,
and mine is communication.
I believe mine is reflection because throughout this project, I really tried to improve my reflection skills throughout my process journals. I'm not saying that I have done more process journals. I'm just saying I think my process journals, I've worked really hard on making them really good. And I've reflected everything that I've done throughout my whole project with Sophia.
Talk more about how you improved. Like, you really took in the different areas of... We can edit this out, so it's like... listen to music, I don't care. Like, that you've improved on seeing what I could have done better, or seeing how to, in the future, like for our future projects, we can improve. Okay, so 3, 2, 1.
Sophia really helped me improve my reflections, as she told me in the beginning that I wasn't telling them how much I really needed help for the CAS project. So she helped me, and she edited my process journals so much, and she told me that I should be more personal, that I should include everything that I've done and not miss it.
And for my ATL is communication, and this is because I was really out there communicating with some of the staff from the MSF office here in Dubai. So I've been in contact, sending emails back and forth, trying to decide of how we can help them, what they can do for us, and how overall we can help each other. So I feel that I've mainly focused on the communication and social aspect of this project, as I have been more of a communicator and trying to find things to do to help us and help them, like I said. Another ATL that we have to try and find in ourselves throughout the project is self-management. I feel that sometimes I can leave things to the last minute, so this project actually really helped me stay on task, as there was a really big deadline that we had to make sure that all our work and everything that we've done is done by that time. So I've really found that I need to understand and take more management of myself to be able to complete things to do that are really important to us.
That comes back also to communication, because we had to communicate between each other, to self-manage ourselves, because this is not a project we do with our teachers. This was a project we did on our own, and we had to go from, we had the first day, we got our topic, and then we have learned so much, and we have self-managed our whole project, even though our teachers were there to help us. We have done most of the work.
And we have a lot of responsibility on it. Even though there are so many people around us that helped us guide the way through this whole project, we feel that we've taken a lot of responsibility, and that we've learned from this, as we had more experience. Can you touch the computer? Will it still record?
Yeah.
We've had more experience in the areas of communication, self-management, and time organization, and we've really felt that we've learned so much from this. As well as MSF, they've really taken care of being there to help people on date and on time when it is most needed, as if one country has had what's it when people are hungry?
Famine.
Yeah. Hungry. When there is a series of famine, or there's a flood or a natural disaster, and these people don't have the access to medical aid, these people will come there immediately and help them out. So we found out that we can relate to them, even if it's in a different way. Yeah. Can you talk to them and ATL thinking?
Okay, yeah. What thinking?
Like thinking that we've explored our ideas.
You think you answer the box?
Yeah.
The last ATL that we have, that both of us have really worked on so hard is thinking. And we thought outside the box, and we didn't want to do like everyone do the action that everyone did. But we raised awareness, but we were thinking that we wanted to do something really special because it's not such a
common organization.
most people don't even know what it is, and that's the most important thing about MSF is that there is not a lot of people who know what it is.
As MSF is a non-profit organization, most of MSF is not it is MSF. No, because this recorded us. That book was my favorite book. I remember when you had to draw and take the foil and
no
like
one cares.
rainbow fish. Okay. Have you ever seen High School Musical? What the fuck am I doing here? I could have stayed at home or taken longer to put
No,
that
she
down.
wants to come here because there's no food at home.
What were you saying? MSF is a company that pays its doctors with the payment that we send them, and more people need to know about this to be able to get a lot of profit. At MSF, they fight their asses off. That's not really good to say.
Okay.
MSF really cares about the people that they need to help, so they need to be able to get an income from somewhere. These doctors, yes, most of them do volunteer work. A lot of these people take it as their job. So the more people that donate to them or give money to them, the better their services can be. More about good one. So talk about how talk more about MSF and what they do. Do you know what I'm saying? Talk about what MSF do and like how they help people and how these doctors and how the profit their organization and they are on a 24/7 even though they do have some holidays, they work whenever it's needed and they can go halfway across the country and they're on stations in a lot of countries around the world so that immediate access can be
MSF is a worldwide organization. It helps people anywhere because from its name, Doctors Without Borders, they don't care wherever you are. They think the world is just one big country, and they will take their time 24/7. They will go anywhere you want, anywhere they need. They will help people because it's really important to them that everyone is healthy and everyone is not dying from any kind of diseases. They want everyone to be healthy, they want everyone to be safe, they don't care if there's a war, they will go and they will help.
like we said that they're
And you just
That's my booty, no.
one
country.
is one big country,
It is. It's a big country.
not a volcano.
Reading this.
I like MSF is their
Stop kicking me,
Sorry.
you little hoe.
Doctors Without Borders, like we said, has no borders. So there are different stations and offices in each country around the world. There are for MSF. There's many offices around the world in different countries. MSF is slowly expanding their offices around the globe, so each country can have immediate access when needed. So this is the reason why. So there's one main office, and whenever there is an immediate need of medical aid, they don't have to fly out. There are offices in that area, and close by offices, if it is in a different part of the country that there is no office, they can fly over, and it's quicker than having someone to fly overseas, which would take generally a long period of time.
For example, there's an office in Paris, in the north in France, and they help Syrian refugees because you guys know the crisis of Syrian refugees. They are coming from Syria, and they're going all over Europe. And the MSF in one more organization is the only two allowed in this camp because they help so much. They help the Syrian refugees they give them food, they help them, but they also have to go on their own because they aren't really welcome. But MSF doesn't really care. They just want to help them because they think that they're in a really bad situation and that they just should help them because they're Syrian refugees.
And that's also one of the main reasons why we've decided to do MSF, as we think that their emphasis of their total. I can't find it's coming for me and I ain't ready. Okay. The reason why we did choose MSF is because we also believe in the emphasis towards helping people no matter what their background, race, or religion is. And we believe this is because no one should die out of a curable disease that can be easily fixed. Whether it does cost $1 or whether it costs $80, people that can be saved from a curable disease should be treated. There are people in the world that don't have the money to do this, and that's why MSF is such an amazing organization, as it will help you no matter what your
Thing is about.
no matter
What's your background?
no matter what your background, race,
No
or
matter
religion
who
is.
you are, they will help you. If you were to die,
Okay, guys, what else should we talk
wouldn't-
about?
If I'm MSF, I wouldn't let you die either.
I know she.
Okay, guys,
why
let's-
you chose this project specifically?
Why?
Okay, I have okay.
Okay,
So no,
last-
I have no. Let's
Let's talk about the goal.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now.
I want to talk about it. And last but not least,
No.
Oh my God.
we also wanted to mention that we have a goal. Our goal was to raise awareness because most people in this globe, they have no idea of this wonderful organization that we've been talking about. They do not know who they are, and I myself didn't know what MSF was at the beginning. You told me about this
Yes,
project.
I had found out of it from a radio station, as well as my mother has something to do that comes across this organization. So I was really interested when I found out about it. As I said, I did hear over a radio because of a news report that not a lot of people are actually interested in news. Yes, there's so many people that are interested in news, especially adults. However, kids our age, they don't really know about the topic. And surprisingly, when kids find out about something about someone their age fighting against a battle that they don't have, these kids become interested in the topic, and that's why we want to spread awareness. Because awareness, even if some people don't donate to the cause, awareness can actually donate it by itself. If more people find out about this thing, then more people will feel comfortable with donating or spreading the word of the organization. Because the more people that know about it, the more people that they can actually help.
I mean, if you're human and there's another person dying and he's your age and he's just in another country, then maybe if you see this on the radio and you feel really bad for that person, you might want to donate a bit of money for them because you know that you could be in that background. Like, you could be from that country and you could be with that disease, just you aren't there. And they are there to help them, so maybe just give something to them because it's really important.
Another thing that we want to talk about is our action. Our action that we have listed is things to do and using our ATLs. Like we explained, we have used ATL of communication, reflecting, thinking, and raising awareness.
That ain't that.
Wait, I want to 35. Dude, what the hell?
Okay.
It's 20 minutes already.
Okay, well then you guys need to find me. Okay.
Yeah, but we have
The ATLs that we've said that we have discussed is communication, reflection, self-management, and thinking. So throughout our action, we have listed. No, what was the thing where we had to have the box and then we had
Criteria.
Oh my god.
The action plan.
Action plan, okay.
Yeah, so this, you don't have to talk more about the project.
I
You
know.
need to talk about
I know this sounds right. So for our action plan that we have discussed and put in the ATLs of learning that we have done throughout the project, also what we're going to do. This will help us more with our self-management ATL, as we have to be able to kind of make a
Oh.
like a list. You talk about this. You have to make a
What?
so we have to make a list so you can be on task.
If you
Oh,
are not
so we have to make a list to stay on task. This is useful.
This is useful because we want to stay on task and then we want to self-manage ourselves. So on our list, we had a couple of researches to do. So I researched about France.
And I researched about the offices in the UK.
Then we were a bit stuck on what to do next. So we got help from Miss Fitzgerald, who told us about the healthy bake sale for the sports day.
Yeah, and we did participate in that even though we didn't spread a lot of awareness, we did end up telling a few people about what we were doing.
Yeah, we did, because they were interested in why we were doing it.
So the last thing that we have done is our action. Throughout the time, we try and find that there thing to do to help them, an upcoming event that they have hosted here, or something small that we could help them. Unfortunately, the actions that they were going to do in events that they was planned out had to be cancelled due to weather conditions. However, we did find another way to being able to raise awareness for MSF. So on the day of the expedition, how do you say that word? Expedition. Exhibition. On the day of the expedition.
Exhibition.
On the day of the exhibition, we are going to be handing out flyers, be telling more people about this, and this is one of our actions. Even though, as a lot of people are spreading awareness on that day, we're going to be putting flyers around the school, telling people more about this. And also, we're going to have some events that they are doing in the future and handing out flyers to tell them more about it, so people can actually get involved with the cause. Whether we're not doing it, we're getting people to be able to get involved. So I think that's also a really important thing that needs to be done. Once we tell the people, once we finish telling people about the project, they can't just go home and think about it, and then it forgets in their mind. We need to ensure that these people will actually do something. Whether they're going to be going to a walk to support the awareness, whether it is tell coworkers, friends, whether to maybe write an article, whether they can write an article to the local newspaper to tell more people about it.
Thank you.
And tell more. Wait. We'll say it again. You always hate me because I talk too much. Okay. And then just you just say it. Okay. Oh, you haven't changed your time.
No, I came back to school just to study.
Just go.
Okay, we're almost done. Last criteria.
I can't run.
We have to write that criteria in about 7 to 8 criteria for us.
I have it in me if I want to go out.
We should ensure that people are doing something outside after this. The last thing that we need to talk about is the criteria. And our 7 to 8 level criteria is being able to have a good action, which is, like we said, making people do something towards the program after we have told them about it. Another thing is presentation. On the day of presentation, it should be eye-catching, being able to make people interested in the topic, and as well as different factors like it shows that we are interested and that our research is shown really well throughout the topic. That we have a clear understanding of what we're doing to make sure people have a clear understanding as well as us. So I'm Sophia Golden.
And I'm Clementine Paduk, and we did Doctors Without Borders.
MSF. So thank you for listening, and yeah.
Thank you!
Thank you. Let's go.
God damn it. How long is that video, dude?
20 minutes.
And it hasn't been recording this whole time.
I came back to school from the dentist to study and to wait.